Hello, guys, and welcome to the season finale of Mrc-X for season 14. Obviously, one championship wrapped up. That is the elite tier championship that was secured by some guy called Eugenie. I don't know who he is. I think he's new, but yeah, he won the championship, but we do today still have a championship up for grabs. It's between Stoob and Bobo, who's been a bit greedy because he's already won the Tier 3 championship this season, but he's in with a very outside sort of chance today of winning the title because Stoob pretty much just has to finish and then he is the champ, I do believe, unless my math is seriously wrong, but I do believe if Stoob finishes, he is the champion. Oh, I've just realised there is a third Tier 3 tonight as well in Mohamed Mamdo, who is the Egyptian king. I don't know why his Discord was different, but yeah. But tonight, I'm joined by the man that joins me for every single... I'm pretty sure we've done nearly every single Mrc-X final together. And we've had some absolute crackers in the past. And that is the man known by former head steward, a former Mrc-X champion and Tier 3 champion. It is Mr. Simba Mark Dennison. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Connor. Of course, like you said, another finale, another duo from us. I don't think we're going to get a 0.011 finish tonight, but let's hope for some good action at least.
Yeah, that will forever live in the that's still my favourite ever race that I've commentated on. That'll
probably forever live in the memory of Chris Bailey as well.
Don't say that, he's probably watching and he will be crying. But also I am joined by a man that has just won his, I want to say, 4th MRC title this season. God, he's so greedy. It makes me sick. But here's Mark Hodgson, how are you?
Good evening, fellas. Nice to join you. I know it's a bit last second off the cuff. Thought I'd give you a little bit of company during this interesting format we have tonight of this sprint event. But yeah, thank you very much for the intro. And yeah, 4 championships, 3 tier 2s. I'm a little bit greedy, but I'm just over the moon, to be honest, of how the season's been in all. And yeah, really pleased. And this should be a good one tonight with this, of course, like they say, the sprint and then the qualifying to the main race. So it's going to be a long night. So I hope you guys have packed full of, well, painkillers, drinks, and the like. But yeah, it's going to be good fun, this one. And what a better track it could be at as well.
The best track there isn't any better than this. That is for sure. Well, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, I've definitely commentated a finale here before. It was when Eugenie won his first.
Wow, that's going back a while.
That went down to the final lap. Started the final lap less than a second apart and finished about half a second apart.
Yeah, there has been some very, very tight MRC finishes. Like you mentioned a minute ago, season 10 finale between Chris and Xavier at Brazil was 0.011. And that came down to level points on the final race, didn't it? So, absolutely insane to say the least. But there's a new driver. Well, he raced X last week. I'm pretty sure he absolutely dominated it. But it's Ben. I'm just going to call him Ben. He's in P11 at the minute. He's going to be the second man to set a lap. We've done a bank of a 28.2. Let's see what Ben can do. He's coming over the line. 27.7. That is a very strong banker. On mediums as well, may I add.
No, that's just ridiculously quick. I'm not sure I could even get that on softs.
I don't think I could. Yeah. No, I don't think I could get within a second of it on softs. But you know. What is Lorpy about to do? Lorpy he is a second slow, well, pretty much a second off Ben at the minute in P3. Mr. Hills is on a lap on the hard tyres. He is on the run down to Stowe. So let's see what he is going to do as his first lap on the mediums, because he's yeah, I don't know. A lot of these guys, I'm surprised they've gone for the mediums, unless they're just going to save the softs for
Well, it is sprint quality. Are they limited to only mediums?
You do get a set of softs. So I've got, for example, on the balance format, I have got 2 mediums and a soft for this. But yeah, it does limit you for the race as well. So yeah, you've got to pick your tyres wisely, of course, then the qualifying after this and then the full race. So yeah, you've got to just think about what you're doing a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Red Car's just gone P6 with a 130.0. Kid Dynamite's done a 130.7 on intermediates. So
wow, that's ridiculous.
he's a bit of a goat of this circuit, isn't he?
Yeah,
absolutely insane. I think this is the one circuit where he probably has just about an edge on Ujoni.
I think Tier 1 on Monday is going to be an incredible race. I know it's a lot of places just further back. I think Chris, I'm not sure if Chris and Xavier are still close for second. I think Chris is about there for second in the championship, as Xavier's not a million miles away though, and then just behind that there's a lot of places still up for grabs, so that's going to be a good fun battle, I think, because it's still bragging rights as well end of the season.
Yeah, I think next season we're going to see a real resurgence of Xavier, because he's missed a lot of races this season, and look at how
he's gone on holiday.
Yeah, but he was taking it at the start. The first 3 races, he was really taking it to Ujoni. He was almost the main contender, almost beating him most races. So I think next season you could see Xavier, if he races nearly every race. I want his amount of money though to just be able to go on holiday.
I'm not sure if Ujoni's racing X. I think he's doing a few other races. I know he's in Tier 1. He might be doing X, I think. But then I think in Tier 1 next season it's going to be incredible. We've got Micro Mash coming through as well, really strong pace. Chris has been strong, Xavier, as you mentioned. I think next season at the top end, I wouldn't even put my bets on Ujoni necessarily next season. I think he's, in qualifying especially, shown a few sort of shaky moments, dare I call it. So
well,
yeah, I think it's good.
He proved on Monday.
Chinks in the armour, is there?
Yeah, I think so.
He proved on Monday he's not absolutely alien, because he actually spun on the last lap, didn't he? And
yeah,
you know, and to be fair, Fox, Micromash and Chris were with him the entire time.
Exactly. No, you've nailed on the head, exactly that. So yeah, I think next season is going to be very interesting. When I'm just going to be happy getting points occasionally, to be honest. But it's going to be great to share the track with those guys once again. And I think the season, we've got a lot of interesting tracks. Of course, we've got a few night races involved in there, and a few fast tracks, but a few very technical ones as well. So I think it's going to really be sort of difficult to call it week in, week out.
Well, we've got what? 3 or 4? Well, we've got 3 street tracks. We've got Baku, we've got Singapore, and Vegas.
Yeah,
oh, Vegas. Oh, no.
Yeah, stop swearing at me, Connor.
Oh, Vegas. Oh, God.
Viva, baby.
I'll tell you what, you lot all race and I'll just sit there and gamble. How about that? I think that's
I like that. I'll take that.
Yeah, you lot can
But don't put your bets on me, though. Don't put your bets on me.
I'd never bet on you. It'd be Ujoni every week.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
Come on, you would have bet on yourself to beat Ujoni. That's not with me being harsh.
I mean, if he was in reverse, I might have a chance, but I'll give me a 3-lap head start.
Just bet
in a 5-lap race.
Bet on me to crash on lap 1 at Vegas.
Bet on me to not make it off the line. I couldn't even tell you which way the first corner goes.
It's a left. I know that much.
I honestly don't have a clue. I literally don't. I don't think I've ever driven it in my life.
I don't mind it, actually. I mean, it is the Spider Pig track.
Yeah. To be fair, the real life
F1 serves correct. It's left, right.
Yep.
Right, left. Left, right. And then I'm lost. Because that's possibly that weird bit.
Yeah, you've got the first hoof, haven't you?
Yeah, that's where I tend to mess up the braking and crash.
Yeah, there are a few difficult ones on there, so it's going to be fun, that one, especially in the dark. But you know, we've still got a lot of exciting tracks, and you know, still the rest of this season to get through, of course. Early next week, and then we've got the week after that. While we're having our break, I'm sure we'll have a a race for the folks to enjoy, and our drivers, of course. But I know we'll have, I think it's the Extreme have got one race left to go as well, so they don't get as long a break.
Which race have they got?
Imola, I do believe.
Oh, see.
Some that was called off because there wasn't enough people in the lobby.
That was it.
No, yeah. Start showing up, people. There you go, there's my little telling off to everyone.
I know, yeah.
Well, Saviour's on a lap. I did forget there was a qualifying going ahead. Blocked by my garage mate, so won't get a lap. Oh, Martin's been blocked, so in by his own teammate. That's kind, isn't it? But Saviour's coming through, so this is going to be his one and only lap. So it'll be interesting to see where he puts it. Can he get anywhere near that time of Ben? Because it just seems absolutely ridiculous to me that he's done a 27.7 on mediums. But what's Saviour going to do? Across the line of 28.2, that's P4. G-Star's ahead of him, and so's Woomax. So Woomax has done a brilliant job there, and he's done that on a second lap on a set of socks. And this track is a pretty big tyre killer, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, it's not the most gentle of tracks, is it?
well, no, it's the high speed. Well, it's very much the high speed and low speed mix of corners, isn't it? Really.
Well, it's your high speed that wrecks your tyres the most. So Maggots, Beckett's, Cops.
Even Stowe's pretty high speed.
Yeah, I'm in turn 1 as well.
Yeah. That's it. Where it goes straight into another left-handed, which is, I know it's hardly a corner in these cars, but it still probably takes a bit out of the tyres because it goes 1 and then 2 is actually that left-hander, isn't it? Before 3. So, yeah, but across the line, Colin's gone P4. What a lap that is. Let's go and have a look at people down the bottom. Let's go have a look at Bobo. He just started his lap. He's the Tier 3 reigning champion. His car's I actually quite like his livery, if I'm being honest. That's quite nice. But let's see what he can do. We know how insanely quick he's got. Wow, I've just seen that time from Ben.
Yeah, that is incredible. Crazy lap, great lap.
Wow.
I think you Joni's on a new account. Wow, Saviour! That's insanely close. That's on his second lap on those tyres, and Saviour's done a 26.968 to Ben's 26.945. Wow, that's incredible.
Well, Saviour's just been on the other end of a very, very narrow gap then.
Yeah, he's not won it this time, but there is always the race to come. But that is an insane lap, especially as it's his second lap on those tyres. But let's see what Bobo can do. He's about to come across the line. Can he get anywhere near those two? No, not quite 27.7, but he is in the top 3. Podge is going to be the last man to set a lap, but he's backed out. What about Anton, actually? Because he is actually on track, so... Wait, what? It says he's... No, he's done. Oh, Anton's just done his lap. He's gone P3 with the 27.1, so he's only about 2 tenths off them. So the top 3 all covered by about 2 tenths of a second, and he's got nearly 8 tenths back to Bobo, Ryan. It's quite a big gap after that. So Mark, please don't go at the pits. Compromise.
Oh, okay.
It makes
I was about to, but okay.
It makes everything quicker. Smith didn't do a bad lap on the mediums, nor did Soze. Kid is just trolling. He only did a lap on the Infinitors, so he's absolutely trolling. Like he always does. But
that's Kid for you. He's just too rapid.
Yeah, he is. He's a joke, isn't he? But to be fair, he's been off it recently, but he has had a lot going on. But your grid for the sprint, Ben takes pole, Saviour is second, Anton in third, Bobo takes P4, Red Car is P5, Woomax P6, Mahmood is P7, G-Star P8, Colin P9, Stoob, the man hunting for a title today, in P10, Mark in P11, Smith in P12, Lawfy P13, Armar Red is P14, Kaiser Sozo P15, Bit in P16, Single Track P17, Sociopath P18, Kid Dynamite in P19, and the Egyptian King in P20. Martin just said, is there a break? When is the break in the sprint?
Good question. Not actually sure.
In after the sprint quali.
Yeah, I believe
we've
it's...
got 2 minutes. We've only got a couple of minutes this time.
Yeah, I believe it's between... The main break is between quality in the actual race. The actual
Yeah.
quality in the actual race, I believe. So, unless you can have a WAS in record time, probably not. So, but I've just realised Egyptian King did get a 5-place grid penalty. He did qualify last. Does that mean he is starting from Donington race circuit? So, because he had a collision with Martin. So that'll be an interesting one. But I'm sure the stewards may see it. Who knows? But, Simba, do you love Silverstone?
I do, although historically I'm not that quick here. I prefer it in the wet as long as there's no Genie around.
And we don't decide to do an absolute craziness through cops. That was my first ever season in MRC. Wow, I've been here 10 seasons.
It was my first as well. I think it was my second or third race.
Yeah, I remember that. That was insane because we messaged each other after just in disbelief that we even attempted it. And yeah, I think that was the first time we ever spoke, ironically. But yeah, that was some race. I mean, I actually won my title here as well after getting brake tested by a certain someone. It's not a call out because he's no longer here. But yeah.
Folks, I think we're going. So enjoy, fellas. Thank you for having me for the qualifying session. And, it's been a pleasure.
Enjoy yourself.
Good luck, Mr. Hodge.
Thanking you. We'll see how it goes, and see you on the other side.
See you later. Mr. Ninja is in the YouTube chat watching us. He's just put a waving hand.
He's always watching, is that Scottish madman?
Yeah, he certainly is. But I think we are just about to go for the sprint race at least. I'm not sure how many laps it is. I think it's 9. I could be wrong. I think it's 9.
9 for the sprint, 26 for the full race.
Well, we are bringing an awful lot of action to them tonight. Let's see what tyres people have for this sprint. So, actually, I'm quite surprised by how many people have gone for the softs here. There's only 6 people gone for the mediums, everyone else softs. So, they made a brave little choice. Maybe tyre wear's not as bad as I thought it was, but then it is only 9 laps, isn't it? So, I guess they might be alright.
Well, tyre wear's really odd on this game anyway.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It also takes forever to get heat in the tyres, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, I can't work it out myself how this actually works.
It doesn't add up, like, especially the tyre pressures on the actual setup as well doesn't make any sense to me. Mandy's here as well. Hello, Mandy. How are you? Happy birthday for yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday. But, yeah, good to see you again in the YouTube chat. Everyone get involved. This is fun the rest of the season. There's a car there's a car just spun in the background through Maggot Beckett. So, I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Kaiser Sode potentially. I've just seen a Jaguar livery. Who has done that?
Who?
Hold on, I'm just searching for it. I've just seen it. I think it's a Jet. Is it a Hodge? No, it's not Hodge. It's not Colin. It's Woomax.
Where's Woomax?
I don't know if that is intentionally, but it does actually ironically look a bit like a Jaguar.
I think he's gone for the Bulgarian flag and got Jaguar by accident.
But it does look like a Jaguar, doesn't it?
It's got a bit of a look about it, yeah.
Yeah. I thought maybe that was his attempt of it. But, I mean, Colin's got a McLaren. Well, a Golf McLaren. That looks okay. But, we will come back to liveries later. I'm sure we will get a chance at some point. But yeah, the championship all comes down to this for the Challenger tier. All Stoop has to do is get to the finish and he will be your Challenger tier champion. It is never that straightforward, but let's see what can happen, because Ben's made a really good start, but at the same time, so Saviour. He's now side by side, they're side by side into turn one. Saviour's taken the lead, but Ben's hanging around the outside. There's a bit of contact between the two. They both survive, heading down into turn three, but Ben's really late on the brakes. That was insane driving to manage to keep that on the track, but now Anton's putting a lot of pressure under the German into 5, and now on the run down to turn 6. It's going to be a tough ask for him to keep Ant behind, but Ant just doesn't quite have the run now heading into Luffield. That was, I think everyone's made it around quite cleanly, haven't they?
Oh, a little bit of contact there. Mahmoudev's round.
Yeah, he is.
I think it was just an unfortunate accident from what I could see. I was watching from, obviously, our compadre Mrc-X, who had a really good start. He got one position pretty quickly and almost had a couple more. It just got a little bit bunched at the complex, and obviously you struggle to find places then.
Yeah, you most certainly will. But this is, I mean, up until that point, everyone seemed to have made it round pretty cleanly, like they survived it at least. But red car's been usurped a little bit off the line. The guys on the soft just seem to have slightly outstarted him. G-Star's been absolutely excellent tonight. He's up to P6. He had a good getaway. Martin seems to have gone up a few places. He's in P12. Ben, fastest lap though. Can he pull out of that DRS? Because don't forget, DRS active first lap on this thing, just like it is in real life. So Saviour will get the benefit of it on the next straight. So we will see if he can take advantage, but Ben just seems to be curling a little bit. His gap looks a bit bigger this lap than it did, well, I mean it was the start of the race, but in general it looks bigger than it is from stages to Ant anyway, so let's see how they get on. Oh, bit of a lock-up from Ben, that's going to hurt him in Luffield, and now on the run down to top.
It's quite a tightly bunched pack as well, which isn't going to help matters for those further back places.
No, it's the last thing.
And obviously, beating the sprint, it's only 9 laps long. You want only the top 8 score points, and it's essentially a point of place, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's also
the winner scores 8 points.
Yeah.
P8 scores 1 point, so it just works its way down. It's a point extra third place you get. That's why Mrc-X is pushing so hard, because he's on the fringes of getting at least 1 point out of this.
Yeah. No, he will currently get one because Bobo's challenger.
So he is. I forgot about the split in it.
Yeah, I think that's how we do it anyway. I don't know for sure.
I would assume so. Although Bobo should not be challenged. He's ridiculously quick.
Of course not. I think everyone knows that.
We all sort of see him on the start line every Wednesday, and then he goes, bye-bye.
Well, I mean, recently he's been starting at the back, and he's still been past me by the end of that one, so that's just fun, isn't it? I mean, no, I actually had quite a good start on Wednesday, but...
To be honest, I never see him. I either have an issue at the start, like I did the other week, where I got a little bit squirrely and out of shape and just... Yeah, had an awful start and he was gone before I could blink.
Yeah.
Or he'll pass me when I'm during the pit stop, or I'll blink and he flies past me. It's like, where's the pace gone? Well, I'm saying that to myself. It's like, where have your pace gone? You used to be quick.
You still are quick, but also like it all comes down to time as well. You don't get the time you necessarily.
I used to be up at tier 2 and bottom of mid to low of tier 1 at one point.
Well, it was only what 2 seasons ago you were getting points in tier 1.
I only scored once, let's face it.
Well, no, but come on, let's be honest. A point's a point in that tier, isn't it? It doesn't matter where.
And Mark makes a move on Red Car Rambo.
He does. I was just about to make a joke about what happens when 2 T-siders get together. But then I thought it's probably not PG enough to put on the screen, so
I suppose, well, technically, I don't think Ryan is actually a T-sider, he just lives up there.
No, he's not. He's more Midlands, actually, but... Well, North.
G-Star mega slow. Mac's gone past him like he was stood still.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened there. That's a bit unusual for G-Star.
Maybe he had a moment somewhere. I'm not sure.
But he's now going to get a DRS benefit off Mark.
I tell you what, Saviour just made a little lunge on Ben. He had to back out. Ben's really struggling. I'm wondering if his soft has just gone for some reason. Maybe he's been pushing too hard early on. But Saviour seems the quicker of the two at the minute. But he's also got Anton and Bobo attached to his rear. So it's going to hot up.
Everybody in the top 8 currently is on softs. The highest running medium is Ryan in P9.
Yeah.
And obviously he's not going away anytime soon.
No, of course he's not.
It's whether the guys in front of him can get away from him before his tyres go, yeah, I've had enough of
Here
this.
goes Saviour into Stowe. He's made the move. He's taken the lead of the sprint race. There's something very normal when we're on comms about Saviour leading an X-race.
Well, it didn't used to be abnormal, did it? It used to be commonplace.
Well, that's what I mean.
Now it's a little bit on the weird side.
Yeah, he hasn't, well, since he's gone to Wheel, he hasn't really been himself as much, has he? He hasn't been as quick. I mean, he's still insanely quick, but he hasn't been
Speaking of we expected insanely quick, what's going on with Kid Dynamite is in P10, miles off Red Car Rambo, getting pressured by single track.
Well, I know how Kid Dynamite functions on a Friday. He turns up, he does what Fox River 8 does. He turns up 2 minutes before a race, does 3 laps on TT, then that's it. Straight on track.
That's my racing strategy.
Yeah, Fox has done that for the last 10 seasons himself and managed to get a title out of it, so fair play to him. But
oh, I won't get a title out of it at the moment, but
yeah, I mean, you'll get back to your best when you get a bit more time and stuff like that.
Problem is, if I get back to my best too much, I'm going to end up having to sit out because I can't race Mondays anymore.
That's also true. Time restraints as well become an issue, but here goes Ben. He's going to take the lead back. These two are swapping positions each and every lap. You've got Anton and Bobo both just sat there praying for one of these to have a little bit of a mishap. But both are hanging on. You've got Wimax and Collins starting to slowly but surely make time up on this little group as well. G-Star, Mark and Red Car are also sort of waiting in the wings. They're going to try and catch up to them as well. But Collins seems very quick. He's got past Wimax and now he's sort of on a charge up to these guys ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely not slow, isn't Colin?
Yeah, he's a very strong driver. We've seen that in his early weeks in MRC. But let's have a look, because now Saviour's going to have another look on Ben. He's going to make the move. This time it's heading into Luffield, and he's made the move. That's done. Now they're going to go through the actual Luffield. And Ben's actually got the inside line, but Saviour may get benefited with the exit. And he does. Now they're on the run down to Cops. Please, just for the love of God, no one goes side by side through Cops. I'm not sure I can take that. I get PTSD every single time it happens. But
I don't know why you get PTSD. We slammed on and got absolutely bummed by Genie, who just snuck down the inside of the pair of us going, yeah, thanks.
No, but you know what the funniest bit is? I was in a Prix with Fox, and he was in a share play with me at the time. And he said to me, don't back out, don't back out, don't back out. Then all of a sudden I was like, no, I'm backing out. I'm not doing this. Especially after, I swear it was only like 3 or 4 days after what had happened between Max and Lewis as well, which made it even worse. I was like, no, it's not happening.
I think that's what went through everybody's mind, and the fact it was a wet race as well.
Yeah. I mean, it was on drying conditions, and I think it was about midway through the race, and I didn't make a pit stop that entire race either. I stayed on that one tyre and I actually ended up on the podium that day, but yeah, I made a 0 stop work somehow. But Saviour, again, he's going to now launch another one on Ben. Again, these two are just trading down every single straight at the moment. Ant and Bobo both search. Oh, contact between the two. Ben's touched the rear a little bit of Saviour. I don't think he's got any damage. It was a very, very light touch. I think his associate just got passed over that for P14 down towards the back. But this battle for the lead is the one to be watching at the minute. Saviour gets a very, very good run through Cops.
But then it's so tight between these front ones.
Yeah, it really is.
Bobo's hanging on to that very well. And here goes Ben, he's going to make the move again.
Certainly is.
But Ant and Bobo just
Bobo's making a move.
Although Bobo's going on Ant.
Yeah, what a move that is into Stowe. Wow, Bobo. Oh, but now Ant still kept it there. He's still fighting.
We've got a Leclerc and Perez situation.
Off go though. We can't quite do that yet. Sadly, we need one of them moments. If anyone wants to recreate it, greatly appreciated. I need my Crofty moment. No, that is arguably one of the most iconic pieces of commentary ever.
Off goes Leclerc, through goes Hamilton!
Yeah, and then for him to lose it to Perez by a gargantuan dive bomb into turn 3. Which, by the way, I thought Perez should have been penalised for, because it was actually forced Hamilton off track as well. But either way, it was a great feat. That race was actually absolutely insane from start to finish. You had Max's difficulties because he ran over debris. Sainz won his first F1 race. That was unbelievable.
Wasn't a bit of a mental one, was that?
Yeah. I was happy for Carlos though. Very happy. He deserved it.
I like
totally.
Sainz.
Yeah, he's one of them characters where he's like Lando. It's difficult to hate him. Do you know what I mean?
But he's so unlucky. He gets dropped by every team he races for.
And he never does a bad job. This is the other thing. I don't think he's done a bad job anywhere he's been. You know what I mean? Like,
but he always gets dropped for someone else. He got dropped by, was it Renault for Ricciardo?
McLaren for Ricciardo.
Yep. So that's 2 seats he's lost for Ricciardo.
Who ironically is now going to be out of F1.
And now he's been dropped by Ferrari for Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So somebody give the guy a break. He's now going towards the back of the grid.
Thing is though, if Williams have a semi-competitive car, that Williams pairing for next season is absolutely insane between Albon and Sainz. That'll be
it's a very strong pairing, but whether the car can stand up to it or not is a different matter.
I think they... Oh, Ant's made a move on Ben for P2. That was a bit of a lunge. Ant's going to have to try and hang it round the outside of Luffield. And he's not going to have the grip. He has a bit of a twitch. That's going to hurt him. He needs to be careful. This doesn't open an opportunity for both. But oh no, they're going to go side by side through Cops. Oh no, they're both still there. And backed out quite a way. He just didn't have the grip to be able to cut it through. But who's going to win this sprint race? This is insanely close heading into the last lap. Let's watch this on board with Bobo, because he's the man that's going to have the best view of what's going to unfold in front of him. Bobo seems to have insane speed through Maggot's Beckett's. Arguably the best of them all, but here comes Ant. He's going to have a little look. But oh, there was nearly contact between Ben. They're nearly 3 wide, but Ben... Oh, there was Saviour's round. And Ben's gone straight
takes the
on.
lead. That was
wow.
So unfortunate for Saviour, was that?
Yeah, it definitely was. Ant's taking the win. Bobo is second. Colin will inherit a podium in P3. Wimax is P4. G-Star will be in P5. Oh, look at that across the line. Side by side between Saviour and Martin. I'll tell you what, you said we wouldn't see a 0.011. Mark and Saviour, 0.037.
Yep. Single track and kid is 0.061.
I was just about to mention that one. That's just as insane as well. But yeah, Mohammed and Smith will be the next 2 to cross the line if they ever make it there, that is.
I've got a feel for Saviour there though.
Yeah, that was very, very strange. What happened?
I think he got closed off a little bit too much by Ben. Obviously, we'll leave it to the stewards. They were sort of side by side. I think Ben closed Saviour off a little bit, and it clipped his front wheeler, which obviously sent him spinning.
But with the way Ben's car went after, I'm wondering if he had some sort of pedal or wheel issue, because he went off track.
I think he pulled over.
Yeah, quite possibly. Maybe
I think he felt bad for what had happened to Xavier and pulled over. Just to give up the position. He didn't want to take a win like that.
Yeah, I will say Ben has just reached out in an apology for in the Discord, so.
I mean, like I said, that's just going off what I could see. If the stewards end up viewing it, then they'll make the official decision.
It all seems very friendly after that.
It looks like a simple accident, like you say. Ben's pulled over. He's given the position back. He's issued an apology. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, but I'll try and run through the sprint results quick. Ant first, Bobo second, Collins third, Wilmax fourth, Mark fifth, Xavier sixth, Martin seventh, Kid 8th, Stube 9th, Red Car 10th, Socio 11th, Kaiser 12th, Ben 13th, Bit 4. Oh, well, I bottled it. Like I bottled everything.
Time has gone. You bottle everything anyway, so.
Just living up to my name.
Lifetime.
Yeah, but. Oh, wait, hold on. Have we not got a sprint quali?
Race quali now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean, but. Oh, everyone is in the garage. I thought they were all on the grid for a second then, because I had a weird screen. But, let's see what is... Yeah, Martin just said that was nuts. Yeah, it was insane racing. I mean, the battles all the way down to, like, the P10 after that big incident was insane. I was watching you lot cross the line all side by side, so it was pretty successful, it has to be said. No one's really rushing out of the garage here, are they?
The thing is, tyres are going to be at a premium now.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Because you don't get many more for a sprint weekend, so you will have some that you used in the first session, or I believe you get less for the actual main quali.
Yeah, definitely. What's your favourite moment from Silverstone in history?
I really don't know on that one. There's been some epic ones up and down the years.
Yeah, it certainly has.
I mean, I don't know if it's my favourite, but some that stick in memory. You've got Schumacher winning in the pits in '98.
Yeah, that was
because he was
good.
Serving a stop-go penalty and that ended up winning the race in the pit lane.
Yeah.
We've had some epic drives up and down the years, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, I know neither of us are a fan of Mr. Hamilton, but you did have that one where he finished on 3 wheels in 2021, didn't we? Or 2020.
2020.
Yeah. So
it was when we had back-to-back weeks at Silverstone. That was the official British Grand Prix.
Yeah, and then
the one after was
them.
Yeah, Verstappen won the one after.
Yeah. That was back when Verstappen was saving F1. Now he's ruining it. Well, he's not anymore.
He's not ruining anything this season. He hasn't won since Spain.
Yeah, it has been.
Chris Bailey will love me to say, ever since Red Bull started sponsoring Leeds United, Max is not one of the best.
Yeah, but that's only because Leeds fall apart every time. As a football team, and everything this different. It's the same as about Leeds, about them falling apart.
Something about Reading as well.
No, because we're not famous. But let's do a lap of Bobo. With Bobo, he's going into turn 1. It's absolutely flat out. It's a 2 as well. That's insanely flat out as well. Now 50-metre braking point 4. Turn 3, you've got to find that apex search for the traction. Pick the right line 4-4 because then that's another huge search for traction. Again, and then 5 is virtually not even a corner in these cars. Now heading down the straight. DRS opens immediately. And then into turn 6, which is just a left-hander. Then that will take you straight through to Luffield, which is, again, it's just a long, it feels like it never ends as a right-hander. And then you've got to search for traction. Now you're running down the old pit straight into the famous Cops Corner. 2021 made this even more iconic than it already was. But you can do it flat out in qualifying round here, that is for sure. Now into Maggots Beckett. This is the most, arguably my favourite part of any track in F1. I absolutely love it. You can just throw the car in and it, well, with the right setup, it just feels like it will stick with anything you do. Now, down the straight to Stowe corner. It's very high speed. You do brake and you do drop a couple of gears, but then you just keep throwing it in. Find the traction on the exit, and now into Vale. And again, the second part of it is where the traction is quite difficult into the final corner and onto the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight, and he's on a 31.2 on intermediate.
How much did that pain you to say Sir Lewis Hamilton straight?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I really didn't want to say it. But no, the worst bit is I have to kind of support him moving forward from 2025, don't I? So I'm a Ferrari fan.
You don't have to. You can still support Ferrari and just ignore him.
Oh, no, because I know if he wins, I will end up celebrating. That's the thing. I'm just going to have to pretend that he's Carlos Sainz. But just
pretend Ferrari doesn't exist for a couple of years.
There is that as well, but then, I mean, McLaren orange is the new red in F1 these days, because McLaren are doing the exact same thing Ferrari have done for a few years, and that's sabotage their drivers with terrible strategy or terrible teamwork or terrible something. So orange is the new red really in F1, isn't it, to be honest? So that just seems just as painful as supporting Ferrari at this point.
Nah, it doesn't seem painful. It might do at the end of the season if they pull an 07 again.
It is. The way they're costing Lando the title at the minute, it's going to be too little too late before. But then Lando's also doing it to himself in a way, like, you know, but he's had his bad luck, but he's also had his fair share.
Well, he got mega unlucky in Baku that the yellow flag came out. Because the telemetry showed he was on a lap that was 1.2 up. He made a mistake at turn 16, which cost him 4/10. So he was still 0.8 up when he braked for that yellow flag.
Well, there was a video that came out after showing that he went 4 wheels off at one of the corners, and so that lap would have probably been invalidated anyway. Because he went off track, I believe, I can't remember which corner it was, but he ran wide and went 4 wheels off, so I don't think the lap would have stood.
How can you go 4 wheels off on a street circuit?
It was, I believe, I can't remember which corner it was. There was one corner he went really, I think it was the one just, you know, the right hander. You've got 2 corners before the castle section. There's a little bit of, and he went 4 wheels off and got extremely close to the wall, but saved it. Mohammed's just crashed at the final corner and lost his wing across the line.
Not a great place to crash.
No.
Very off-putting for anybody coming round after him.
It looked like he went on his own, but then at the same time it looked like he clipped the wall. But if he clipped the wall there, then he's not taking the track as it should be. So I'm not sure what he's done. But Kid Dynamite again, she's done another lap on Inters and done a 30.1. Do we think he's going to do a last to first or attempt to last to first today? Because we do know he's a little bit washed, but has he still got it in him?
I think he has. I think the washed bit is only because he's been speaking to you and apparently being coached by you.
No, I was teaching him back when he won titles. Now I have nothing to do with him. I've moved on to Johnny now, and I've taught him everything he knows. So I'm a glory hunter. I go for the drivers that are looking good, and then I coach them. That's what I do. I advise them to victory. But let's see. I think Martin's going to be the next person to set a lap. He's just coming to the final few corners now. So let's see what Mr. Hill's. Oh, everyone I'm cutting to is spinning. Martin's just lost it now as well. So it turns out I don't teach anybody. I just make them spin. Yes, I think Mrc is slowly but surely trying to hate me.
So the Connor jinx lives on then?
Oh, if that ever dies, you realise I've got nothing left. There's no point in me still being in the league. If that ever goes. Like, that's all I have left going for me. So, just want to say.
The biggest comms curse in the league.
Yeah. Do you remember that? I don't know if you ever watched it, but that tier 4 race, when quite literally every single person I cut to either got invalidated lap, a 3-second penalty, spun, hit the wall, lost their wing. Like, I had genuine death threats at my DMs after that race. Fair enough. I probably deserve it. But it's all fun and games. Until I miss that. And then it's not so fun, is it? But
Not fun for the people you're torturing.
no, I still remember when I first got, and then used to produce us with those absolutely iconic race highlight videos on YouTube.
They were the best thing ever.
I used to literally love it when Scott raced just for that moment to see the videos afterwards. But there was once he was watching the stream live and I cursed him and I got a few expletives as my name at the end of the video. So,
do you not remember when I cursed Gavin to spinning on the tier 3 race because he was doing driver comms?
oh yeah, that's true as well. He did. That was awesome.
Nice Rangers helmet you've got there, Gav. Spin.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a squirmy, didn't he, to be honest. But El Hodge is on a lap. He's just coming through Luffield on the exit. Luffield coming down to Cox now. So let's see what he can do. I tell you what though, if we're going to have a battle anywhere near like we did in that sprint race, it's going to be a very good race, isn't it?
There's going to be lots of battles. It's Silverstone, you always get them.
Yeah.
You will get a field spread, but you'll get a lot of battles as well.
Yeah, you certainly will. It's always the way with Silverstone. I think it's just the nature of the circuit that it just encourages close racing, doesn't it, really? But yeah,
it's one of the best circuits in the world.
well, to me it's my favourite circuit in F1, that's for sure. I used to love the old German circuits though. That's a good lap from Mrc-X as well. Good-ish lap from Mrc-X into P8, put him in the top 10. But I used to love the two German circuits.
I didn't like Hockenheim as much after they changed it. I
Which
preferred
one?
the original.
Which was the one with the really narrow last sector?
That was Hockenheim.
Yeah, that's the one I loved. I loved that circuit.
I liked the original Hockenheim, I didn't like the revamp as much.
Yeah. Yeah, it did get a little bit worse after the revamp. But that track, especially the last sector, just wouldn't work so well now with these cars. They're just too big for it, aren't they? It's like Monaco, really. But
It's only really a last sector problem, there's still other places on the track.
oh yeah, that's true. There was some great races. Which year was it where Lewis bottled it, Valtteri hit the wall, crashed out? It was a wet race. Leclerc binned it into the barrier.
2018, I want to say, on that one.
Yeah, I think it might have been, because I think Max won it, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did. So, and Seb ended up coming from last to P3 or P2. That was insane. But let's see what Lorky can do. He's about to come across the line now. Let's see what his time's gonna be. A 1:28.9. He's into P12. But Ben's done a great lap. He's actually beaten his sprint quality lap by 0.2 per second. Ben has 26.7. He's done. That's pretty insane. Where's... Oh, Stadia hasn't done a time yet. He stayed in the garage. Kaiser Sozo's on our lap. Let's go and have a look at Mr. Steve and see what he can do. I think he's tried to recreate a McLaren. No, he hasn't. Okay, I'm chatting rubbish. It's just silver.
It'll be a Mercedes, it's Steve.
I thought he was a Red Bull fan. More more precisely a Max Verstappen fan, isn't he? Oh, I think he's the wrong person.
We all know he likes to hide this, so he likes to pretend to be a Mercedes fan.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Be a Mercedes car.
I've got to pretend that he's a Mercedes. Yeah, sorry, my bad. But yeah, he's basically a long lost Max Verstappen fan. He has pictures of him all over his wall and loves him to bits. But he doesn't like people to know. It's not cool to be a Verstappen fan, is it? So yeah. But we'll let him support Red Bull in peace. We don't want to put in too much for it, do we?
Are you sure about that?
Well, I mean, being a Red Bull fan this season, it's like they're about to go from a guaranteed constructors win to probably be lucky to hang on to the top 3 in the constructors, aren't they, at the end of this season? So,
with the speed that Ferrari's pulled out the bag, obviously McLaren's got really good. Even Mercedes, you can't count them out now.
They're a bit. I think Mercedes might be a bit too far off Red Bull to get them in the constructors, but the others, they could. We'll see. The thing is, Mercedes are a bit too inconsistent track to track. They have some that suit them, some that don't. Whereas McLaren and Ferrari seem to be consistently good at the minute at every single track, no matter what the layout is. So definitely going to be an interesting one to play out.
That does bring up the conversation of flexible wings.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from that one and just say flexible wings are making F1 racing a lot better. So please keep them, if that's okay.
Apparently they put a ruling out that McLaren need to change theirs, haven't they?
Yeah, they apparently there's only a slight adjustment they have to make. They effectively
it's just a little more stiffening on that edge.
They have to effectively make what was that second DRS that they had. That basically now just has to stay flat rather than open up a little bit.
I mean, it won't be making huge differences.
No, it won't. I mean, look at Lando's pace in practice today. Sorry if there's any spoilers for anyone, but
he's had P2 and P1 so far.
Yeah, so Leclerc looked equally as quick though alongside him, so it still looks like it's very much. I mean, Max was quick in FP2 as well, so
I thought it was right out of it.
He was P4 in FP2, P16 in FP1. So, but practice is so hard to tell. That a lot of teams don't put their all into practice, do they? So, on pure pace. Morpy's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. I wonder if he spun at turn 1.
Well, Red Bull won't be using the maximum out of their engines because they've already taken one penalty and there's a lot of races to go.
Yeah, certainly. Well, I mean, they've got the big issue of a certain driver that drives for them that has actually cost them more money this season than they've probably even earned.
Second highest crash bill.
The thing is, I do wonder if Max has actually requested for them to keep Perez, because any other driver that has cost a company that amount of money, or in any profession, you're getting sacked, aren't you? But by some miracle,
Logan Sargent got sacked.
Well, yeah. And the only difference is with Logan and Perez is that Perez is in a team that can afford to actually continue to pay these bills, whereas Logan wasn't. So,
well, the thing is, they've all got the same budget.
Oh, they do. But I mean,
Red Bull could probably afford it less because they've got more staff to pay. That cost more.
That's also true. I also think Red Bull have the issue of, Red Bull's, as you've seen, it was reported, I think, after, I can't remember which race it was, maybe Belgium, or whichever the last race that Perez had a big crash at before Baku. And it was reported that his crashes have now meant that they can't bring 3 or 4 of the big upgrades they wanted to bring for the rest of the season. Because of the amount of money his crashes
last upgrade they tried bringing was crap anyway.
Well, yeah, that's also very true. But Saviour's put it on pole at 26.6. Is Ben going to be able to respond? Let's see. He's seemingly going after it in the last race. Let's see what, but he's just had a little twitch on entry and so. Let's see what he's going to do at the end of the lap. He's really attacking it. He's really taken some good pace into that final section, but let's see what he's going to do across the line at 26.5. What a lap! Kid Dynamite 27.5 on mediums into P4.
So it's stolen again in the final bit.
Yeah, it really is. Kid Dynamite though, with some lap on the mediums, he's going to go for it in this race. I think he's going to be the dark horse. Without a doubt, if he can keep it consistent. Bobo's off the track. He's a bit out of position compared. Collins got ahead of Kid, 27.3 for Collins. But have you noticed how... and G-Star's now got ahead of Collins. The top four's the same as it was in the last race. Well, not no, Bobo was there. But the top three's the same, in the same order. So, some things never ever change. Dude's had a brilliant qualifying. He's into P8. Hodgson, P12. Thing with P15 is a bit out of position compared to where he's normally around Silverstone. He is usually very strong around here. Mahmood, what a lap from him by the way as well. The tier 3 driver is P9. Oh no, sorry. I get a bit confused between him and Mohamed Mamdo. Mahmood, the tier 1 driver, he's in P9. Martin dropped it at penultimate corner. Yes, I caught you on stream doing that, unless it was a second time that you did it. I did catch you on stream doing that. I believe we do have a 5-minute break in a minute after this. I could be wrong. I believe
I could do with a quick toilet visit myself.
Yeah, well, you can enjoy that. Right, let's see what's going on. I think there is a break now between quality and the race.
Got to be a break, because we always have one, and we've done a lot longer than we normally do.
Oh, we've probably done the equivalent to a 50% race already. So let's see. But your grid for the main race: Ben takes pole, Saviour second, Anta in third, G-Star fourth, Colin fifth, Kid in sixth, Bobo seventh, Stoob 8, Mahmood in P9, Sociopath P10, Armar Red P11, Mark P12, Wimax, Red Cart, Single Track, Kaiser, Smith, Bit, Mohamed Mamdo, and Lorpy rounds out your grid. Mr. Dennison, who is your prediction to win today?
Whoever crosses the line first.
We have a 2-minute break.
2?
Yeah, so if you need the toilet, I'd run.
2 is ridiculous.
I can start without you. It's fine if you need the toilet.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah. But guys, get involved in the YouTube chat. Tell me some of your favourite Silverstone memories, even if it's in MRC. We've seen some absolutely phenomenal races around this circuit. It's always good for Ant's left. Why is Ant left? Oh, I'm guessing it's a restart to the lobby. I think we're restarting. Yeah, we're leaving the session. Yeah, that'll be the end of the stream. I'll be back with you in about 5-10 minutes time, guys. Thank you.